What's up? What's up? What's up? You see, you're already passing it already. Listen, what's up, everybody? We are back. The spot where the news brings you the news. The spot where the news brings you the news. The Hard Corner Boys are in the building. Besides hay fever and all these other type of fevers, we are psyched to be back. There's a lot of stuff going on. Before we start anything, Busky, so how's your hay fever going on?
It's strong today, so get ready for some sniffles, maybe some sneezing.
Back in the day, it would have been like, oh, this is residual effects from the night before.
Yeah.
And
No,
like,
this is straight up allergies.
Straight up pollen. Yeah, my life ain't that exciting.
Nope.
But shout out to everybody who's been tuning in, and a big shout out to listen. We are feeling that love. Listen, the last episode that we dropped, the live, the Riot Fest, Furnace Fest special. We got a lot of traction on that. I'm glad you people are liking the videos. That's the stuff that we're trying to bring to you. So you gotta keep tuning in. Listen, hit that link right there. Take a picture of the link. Go to your photos. Highlight is gonna take you to the link tree. You could freaking subscribe, you could follow, take you to the YouTube page. If you want to invest in the show, you want to support the show, you could do that. Cop merch. Listen, that's the link right there. So hit it, smack it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh no, do all that good stuff. But what else? What's going on, Busky? What's going on? What's going on in everyday life and up north? Everybody, by the way, I'm Hoya Rock. You know what I noticed? Some people saying, yo, you guys don't say who you are.
Oh, yeah?
Listen, everybody, I'm Hoya Rock, and this is Busky, or that's Busky, and I'm Hoya Rock. I don't know what the proper way is. I'm supposed to announce the guy. But listen, I'm coming at you from the Congo, a.k.a. South Florida, and Busky's coming at you from north.
Yeah.
From the Nordic north of New York State, the state of Nueva York. But what is the state of New York weather-wise right now?
Right now, it's raining. It's a little bit chilly. And, it's just that change of seasons. The leaves are turning orange. They're starting to fall.
Listen, you get a weather report. We didn't even look.
I know.
This news comes
This
fast.
is the news. This is the weather report.
It wasn't even. Yeah, we didn't even expect the weather report, and boom, you got the fucking weather report.
Well, listen, we got sports on the ones too.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Stick around.
So you got foliage happening there. Well, over here, South Florida is actually beautiful right now. Like a breeze, it's comfortable, like and all that good shit. But that just basically means the end of the world is coming.
Yeah, well, this is the time of the year. So if it's going to come, this is a good time for the end of the world to come.
Yeah, for sure. And on the real, mad love to anybody who got hit by that storm that went through. We know, shout out to everybody who reached out to me. So many people reached out, but we just got winds and some rain. So we were all right. But, man, everybody who got hit by that, man, mad love to you guys. Hopefully, you guys are all right and all that shit. So,
hell yeah.
But speaking of the end of the world, and what's going on in the world, I see a tour happening that it kind of got some apocalyptic feel to it.
Totally.
We got Sepultura, Sacred Reich, and motherfucking Crowbar, the Quadra Tour, Europe 2022, October 20th to November 21st. First of all, that's a long-ass tour right
That's a big tour, yeah.
What do we got there? It goes from Copenhagen. So listen, it goes from all the Nordic people. You got all that. Let's see where we got a little bit more color. Does it go into Italy, France, up to all that stuff? Listen, what a tour.
Yep.
Listen, there's combinations of tours going on right now that I would have never put together that are dope. Like the matchmakers, it's like a UFC fight. Like I'm liking the matchmakers, the promoters, what they're making happen now.
Yeah. It's probably a really great, you say that and it just instantly popped in my head. It's probably an awesome time to be a booking agent even nowadays too. There's so many fucking cool bands that you can throw together on a package between the metal crossover and the hardcore, the punk and everything, Crowbar fits amazing on this with Sacred Reich, with Sepultura. I mean, they all come from that same, watering hole, really.
And it's like the same, but not. Yeah. And it's like a throwback, but it's not a throwback tour because all these bands, Crowbar just came through. Sepultura is grinding. They've been grinding, so it's like it's a good, again, man. Like I've been saying, it's really a good time for heavy music.
Yeah.
And listen. you got the heavy. Look, I don't even know how you're gonna continue. You start off with Crowbar. What's gonna happen after that, man? You're gonna be like, oh, fucking shot. You're gonna be like, you're gonna have a carb. What do you call it? Like a carb overload, a carb dump.
Yeah, carb crash.
Like, a carb crash, a sugar crash, carb crash. Yeah. That's like me eating 3 slices of pizza. It's like how I feel right after a Crowbar show. Yeah. Like, I need to go to sleep. Yeah. I'm donezo.
Yeah.
And Sacred Right. I was never a Sacred Right like fanatic, but all my boys loved them.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends loved them. Like, if that whole thrash world was like, you had to have them in the mix. And you know what I just noticed, by the way? You see that S they're using? Doesn't it look like that S we all used to draw in school?
Yes, totally.
With the 6 lines.
Totally.
Anyway, I just noticed that. But
yeah, I think it is pretty much the same exact one.
Yeah, you know that. Well,
wow, that's amazing.
I just stuck out. But you ever fucked a Sacred Right?
I did. The independent record. They had a record. I was a big Headbangers Ball guy. You know, when that popped off, you know, I watched that religiously, and they had a good run on Headbangers Ball. So I ended up catching a lot of those cool videos early on, and that independent record came out, and I loved it. And then I kind of had to go backwards and listen to the older stuff. But when Independent came out, I really liked that record. And they just recently, within the past, I don't know, 3 years, they put out some new shit too. So they were, you know, putting up video clips of that on their Instagram, and I was following that, and it sounded great. The record came out, the songs are cool, and they sound exactly like Sacred Reich, you know, the way that you would want it to sound. So to your point, it's cool to see these guys out there with, you know, some older but not older, Crowbar, the whole thing. And I noticed too, even that it says, you know, venue upgrade and all these little things, these notes next to the dates. It's cool to see that that the venues are getting upgraded, you know, so they're probably selling out these fucking smaller venues, and then they've got to go to a bigger venue. So
and even more, I know what it feels like to sell out a show and have those good things happen. Yeah. And I'm psyched for the OGs to get that feeling again. You know what I mean? To be able to do that later on in your career, to keep selling out shows and be successful. And especially look at all the young guns right now are hot. They're coming in real hot. So just to be right now, to be coming, shout out to the crowds. You know, I got to shout out the crowds also, but
totally.
Man, you know, I'm glad that everybody's getting their shine. You know what I mean? Because now's the time where look, we know what it is not to have the music, and now we got it. So let's fucking love it. But and I want to shout out Sepultura. My man Derek is the fucking grinding. All the guys, those guys been doing it forever. You know what I mean? Like, again, if it's, you know, again, the Mac stuff, if it's these guys stuff, whatever, I root for everybody. You know, these guys, all these dudes been doing it for a long time. And you know, good people, good music. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And again, shout out to Derek, shout out to freaking Brazil, shout out to freaking Nola, and what's Sacred Right from?
Oh man, I don't know. To be honest with you, I really don't know.
Gator Fool, we gotta get us on the fucking. You gotta start getting on that Google right there. Sacred. Shout out to Sacred Right for just having that fucking S that I used to do. Fucking,
hell yeah.
It's cool. But listen, all you metalheads, listen, go support that, man. That's sure. some real cool shit going on. And fucking what else we got cracking lacking?
We've got some more good stuff hitting Europe. Europe's getting a good little run coming up. Our boys in Ignite are going to be hitting Europe. What is the dates on this? There we go. October 26th until November 11th. Wow. European tour with Andrew from Strife's cool new band called Berthold City. Members of Strife, Allegiance, World Be Free. So
shout out to them too. Hell yeah.
Awesome, very cool tour. Ignite obviously does great in Europe, and with a new singer, you know.
Yeah. No, I'm psyched again. I want to see them live with them. You know, again, that's family right there. Ignite for me. You know what I mean? And I'm psyched for them, even with the new. Look at Zoli. That's my brother. It's hard to fuck with Zoli, but I gotta say, what these guys are doing, you know, I'm feeling what Ignite's doing with the band. This dude is killing it. I want to see them live with it. I root for them. Those are my, you know, great players. I love the band. And that tour, if this tour happened 15, 20 years ago, there'll be mad blonde hair dye, bleach blonde hair dye on that shit. With Ignite and fucking Strife. Oh, forget it. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, by the way, a little quick tour story. Ignite and when we toured with them about 20 years ago, or whatever, they tried to get me to dye my hair. And the only reason I didn't do it because I said I'd look like a silverback gorilla. You know how they look. But shout out to Ignite to fucking hair dye and fucking all that other shit. But no, but look at man, they're setting the shit off in Berlin.
Yeah.
SO36. Let me just tell you, like Madball, Agnostic Front, there's certain bands are sick of it all, and Ignite. That's our home base in Europe is Berlin. Shout out to Kreuzberg, shout out to MAD, all of them. But that's home base right there. So I'm psyched for Ignite doing that because when I see Ignite in Berlin, that's like, oh, they're home. That's like seeing them at a Cali show for me. You know what I mean? And man, I'm getting excited because it reminds me of, going from there, the Hamburgs, Busky, we did this run.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
On that. It was the Berlin, the Hamburg, the Dresden. We did the same fucking thing.
I recognize a lot of these names, and I think one of the last times actually I was in Europe was with Ignite. I was on tour with Terror, and we were out with Ignite and Strung Out, and it was great. Awesome band, awesome people, like you said, awesome tour. So I've seen them in a lot of these venues already. And they're phenomenal. This is where, they need to be, is some of these amazing venues. So definitely don't sleep on this. Obviously Ignite is, awesome over there.
Yeah, exactly. And they're killing it again. They're grinding and I'm psyched to see them. And listen, for Europe, again, you guys are, Europe deserves it also because the loyalty they give to heavy music there is, the deal. It's our next level. So shout out to everybody in Europe for fucking holding the culture down. But listen, from Berlin to Budapest and everything in between, Ignite was one of those guys. We used to be going home and they'd be like, yo, we're gonna stay out here back in the day. They loved it. They never wanted to leave,
right?
So shout out to Ignite, shout out to fucking Bertho City, and all those guys. It's gonna be a good tour. That's a good West Coast thing happening over there.
Yep, definitely. Hell yeah.
Now we got some savages coming up. I seen this over here.
What do we got next? Yes, we do.
We got some very angry motherfuckers right here. Listen, the name says it all. We could just start right there.
Yeah, and I think the flyer also says it too right there. Violence returns to New York City. So this just recently got announced. I'm pretty sure tickets are on sale right now. Probably going to sell out, so you might want to jump on this. God's Hate returns to New York City with our boys in King 9, Internal Bleeding, and Living Weapon.
Yeah.
And this is going to be gnarly. Yeah, this is at the Meadows.
And God's Hate are former members of, for people that don't know, Busky, you probably know the resume more.
Let's see. Well, Martine from Terror, Donnie Brook, and whatever, other bands he's got.
Go ahead. Was some of the brothers in there from
Taylor and Colin Young, who played in Twitching Tongue.
Shout out to Twitch. Shout out to the Twitching Tongue brothers for twitching their tongues and fucking. But listen, shout out to them. I was supposed to jump on their podcast or whatever. I'm hoping to do that, and I want to get them on too because again, these dudes are they're all over the place and they're in the trenches with us, and I like the shit they be doing, And what I like is they do everything that's not the everything going on. They do their own thing, and I see that, I feel that. So, but this God Hate shit is some. Listen, I'm a religious guy. I'm also open-minded, but that name is proper for that band because they're angry. Listen, back in the day, Madball's an angry band, but it's a different kind of angry.
Yeah,
we're angry where again, like we're bank robbery music. Yeah. This is like gonna smash your stepfather who fucking beats your mother.
Yeah,
you're gonna smash his head in, with the heel of your boot kind of music. So it's a different kind of angry, but it's necessary. In life, I love everything about it. Well, I think besides the name and the music, even the picture that was going around from the fest that they did.
Oh yeah.
I think that just matched and went perfect for them with the whole
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. You nailed it though. They've rounded it out to a perfect visual, sonic, everything. The name, the logo,
exactly,
the imagery, their stage presence, the whole thing. Yeah. And when you say, this is barbarian music, and it really is. And if anybody knows, the singer is this guy Brody King, who's obviously a professional wrestler now. I don't know what league he's in, but he's a legit professional wrestler that goes out and fucking beats the shit out of people. So it's perfect that he's the front man of this band and he's the voice of this band, because it is just true personification, through music, and it's fucking awesome. And I really look forward to seeing it here. We were lucky enough to book, I think, maybe their first New York show, even on the bowl, the B&B Bowl years ago.
Really?
Yeah. So this will be the first time I've seen them since they played the bowl the last time, so it's going to be awesome, man. So definitely don't sleep on getting the tickets. And I also like we said in the beginning of the show about booking agents, it's really cool to see Internal Bleeding with, people are familiar with, they're more of your sort of slam death metal band. They Long Island local, they've been out here forever. And it's just cool to see them on a hardcore billing with another local Long Island band, King 9. And it all nowadays, again, I sound like a broken record, we do, but it all makes sense. It's cool to see this fucking slam death metal band on, a show with some Long Island hardcore bands and this other God's Hate. So looking forward to this one. It's going to be brutal for sure.
And again, what I love is I don't know if this is the proper word. Everybody out there, you got to bear with me. I'm trying to step up my lingo, since I got to hear you people got to hear me talk out there too. Is the unapologetic statement with the violence returns to New York City. What I love in this fucking, I'm not here to complain about how soft shit is and how hard shit is, but I love to see when people feel angry to just say, listen, I'm fucking angry, and not be scared to say I'm fucking angry, because there's nothing wrong with being fucking angry or happy or sad. You know what I mean? For some reason, and nowadays you feel a certain way and you announce it, you get boycotted, for certain things, especially in the heavy music scene,
which is wild. I know.
That's why I love everything about the God's Hate, the whole, the over the top, like they're letting you know there's nothing soft about them, and like don't even get it confused.
Everything's a red flag. You know what I mean? Like literally everything is a red flag. The fucking name of the band, everything is a red flag.
Like if my son came home with this, he ain't leaving the house. He's going to church. I'm everything. Homeschool, oatmeal, all that shit. Yo, shout out to God. Everything out of jars. He's gonna eat like fucking shout out to all my Jehovah's Witnesses out there.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be killer, man. That's gonna be a good one.
But but that's and definitely it's good to see it. And again, some of the new West Coast, but that new vibe coming to New York, because it's all everybody. There's a house everywhere. There's everywhere is a house for people in our world. They shouldn't be like, oh, these guys are in town. It's like, nah, you're home. This is your other home. You know what I mean? Vice versa. You know what I mean? That's how it used to be. People can't. You couldn't wait till people came into town. To be like, yo, this is your city too. You know what I mean? Kind of shit. So.
I think, just to keep talking on that a little bit, I think that does go on. You know what I mean? I think that we're just the older breed now, where we're not as amped to show up to every single show and travel to every single show. But when I was over a couple weekends ago with that Triple B showcase, it's all younger kids, and you can see that camaraderie still exists. You can see the guys that come in from California just for the fucking New York show. And they're walking around the fucking room, dabbing everybody up, and hey, what's up? And so that camaraderie still exists, in this younger generation. I just don't think that we are necessarily a part so much of it as we used to be. That it feels like it's dead to us, in a way. Yeah. But I know it's still there, and it's good to see. And I don't know. I mean, this is gonna be another one of those shows, where everyone's gonna be out and fucking representing for sure.
Yeah, and there was some other shit going on. We had reported this shit on one of the last segments, but again, people coming out of the hardcore scene doing some new flavor shit, some taking music and their influences and going another route with it. Len Lashley, Gang of One, they just dropped this, the five great egrets. Am I saying that right?
Egrets, yeah.
Well, I don't even know what does that mean? Remember, everybody, I got my GED. I got thrown out of high school.
Let's take a look.
Is that a real world, or did my man Len invent that? But anyway, the LP, the pre-orders out right now at Omerta. Shout out to Omerta. That's family right there. Omerta.com. Go there. The record's called Gang of One. But yo, cool shit. Check out the artwork. What do you think, Busky?
Very cool. Egrets are birds. That's what an egret is right there. That bird. So I don't.
That's what it's called, the egret.
It's an egret. Yeah. So
Oh,
I'm not
five
sure
great
exactly.
egrets.
Yeah.
I think it's like regrets, but he played off the egrets.
See, Lenny Lashley, you're on
this is
some
just because
shit.
I'm deep. This is because I'm deep. I don't know about you shallow motherfuckers out there, but I'm a deep.
I'm taking it. That sounds good to me. That's poetic.
You know what? That's what I'm saying. I'm a poetic type of motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. I'll take
you know what?
that.
We're gonna have a giveaway. If we're gonna have people send us what they think that shit means, and we're gonna hit up Len and say, "What the fuck does that mean?"
I'm going with yours. I'm putting all in on you.
But I didn't know an egret was those birds. I thought they were called what they're called.
I thought they were called big fucking white birds.
Big white bird pigeons. But
Lenny's pigeons. Awesome. Lenny did some time in Street Dogs. Very cool dude. This is cool. You know, sort of like we said, just next level for musicianship on some sort of country folk acoustic type stuff. So cool, mellow out, background type stuff. And like you said, shout out to Omerta. They're
definitely it's that rebel, and it's that rebel music, rebel music. It's that attitude. It's where it comes from. It's that thing you could drink whiskey to. You could drink your fucking lemonade to. Whatever it is, it's like everybody from, it's funny. Everybody from our worlds. These are influences that we may not all have all these influences, but somebody from our world has one of these influences. If it's a folk, if it's a country, if it's a punkish, all that type of, I don't know what you want to call it, anti-pop type stuff. It's just cool that we're taking advantage of it, and that musicianships. We get to show our musicianship, that it ain't like I used to always have a problem when people used to talk about hardcore and punk and be like, "Oh, that's that one chord bullshit." And I'm like, "Yeah, I do know one chord. I also got 9 albums and I don't know how many EPs. So, but I mean, I don't even know what that fucking means.
Yeah,
but whatever. Those same motherfuckers, got one album. It's a rap. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like the guys that can play every single solo, but they have no idea how to sit back in a pocket and just groove.
Yeah.
They could technically play everything perfectly and shred, but when it comes to just, grooving and getting in a pocket, it's impossible for some of these guys.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, exactly. And that's in reality, that's what it's about. That's why I tell people, I was like, forget about, all the show off shit, get the feeling off. You know what I mean? It's all about the feeling. You got to get the feeling off, because if you get the feeling off, everything else falls in place. Everything else is bullshit. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the rapper, it's what's under the rapper, right? You got that pretty bow and whatever. If the president under that shit sucks, it sucks.
It sucks, yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's good, it's good. It's just what it is. So
well, this is good. It definitely doesn't suck. So support Lenny. Check this out. Support Omerta.
Exactly, Omerta. Go get that shit. Support them, and also doing some cool, again, left field shit. Some shit that ain't just again, support the culture. Our culture is very, very deep and goes a lot of directions. So we got to enjoy that shit. And what else we got? Pennsylvania. We got Pennsylvania in the motherfucker.
We do. Back in the mix. This is something we touched on the last episode as well. But it was a little precursor of what was to come, and they've officially announced the lineup. So run with it, bro. Talk to them. Look at that.
So look at, we got, first of all, again, one of my favorite clubs, definitely my favorite Pennsylvania club, fucking Club Reverb. Shout out to the fam there. That's fam right there. But also from the culture, no matter where they take it from, doing, Spanish, no matter what kind of music you do, at the end of the day, there's a hardcore show that's going to go down there by all means necessary. And that's because it's ran by motherfuckers from the fucking scene that live this shit, that it weren't, you know what I mean? So shout out to Mushmouth, all the OGs, all fucking Reading, Pennsylvania. But anyway, look, where do we start?
I know.
First of all, so Saturday, December 17th, everybody get those tickets. The shit starts at noon. Fast Break Records, you already know the deal. Never Ran, Never Will Records. Shout out to Richie.
Yep.
ReverbConcerts.com is where you go. All right? You're going to go there. Now, listen, I don't know where we start. We got what we got there? Start from the bottom. Let's just run the names up. You got better reading than me.
We got Days Lost.
Street Struck.
Yep. Fool's Game.
Kings Never Die. Oh shit, damn man, they're working.
Yep. Hold My Own, Missing Link, Carried by Six,
Hard.
End
Ended.
It, Death Before
Working.
Dishonor.
Hold on. Let's stop.
Yeah.
These guys, they definitely got Jamaican DNA because these guys got 100 jobs. I see them all over the spot because they're working. So
Yep.
shout out to all you Jamaicans out there in
Yeah.
your DNA. But all right, so we got, and then we got, there we go. Death Before Dishonor.
Yep. DVD.
We got fucking right there. We got Pennsylvania, Shattered Realm. Fucking, and again, we got Bulldoze in the motherfucker. Oh, this is what we were talking about. Bulldoze gonna be playing. We're not sure who's singing or doing what, but I'm very interested on what they're gonna be doing. So I'm psyched for that. So
Yep.
And who else we got?
Wisdom. Obviously, you can't have a PA banger without, the Kings. So Wisdom.
Absolutely. And shout out to my bro, fucking Joe, for earning his black belt on BJJ. I was there when he fucking got bit by the bug. And shout out to you for busting your ass and getting that shit. That shit ain't easy, but so. What up, kid?
Yes.
And then we got California. We got Strife there's going to be invading fucking Pennsylvania.
Yep.
And the OGs, Agnostic Front. Listen, right there alone. Like, I mean, that's like a Super Bowl-ish.
Yeah.
Type bill.
Totally. Yep.
And then on top of that, we're going to throw in Life Agony.
Yep.
Right. And then on top of that, we're going to say, fuck it. These guys are right now. Let's get Terror right on top of that.
Yeah,
so it's like,
why not?
But look at the barrage of flavor that they got from the new to the old.
It's awesome, man. It's amazing. It's really amazing to every single week have all this amazing content, and it hits me when I see it. I'm like, oh, dope show. We got to talk about that on the podcast. But now that we're here talking about it and we're actually spending, time to think and really discuss, and this is incredible, and you say this is basically like a Super Bowl, and it is. And it's just, there's so many of these popping off right now. I hope that it doesn't detract from your smaller local shows, because these are these big jams that every month or two, it seems like every state's got one.
Yeah.
But I know that it's not detracting from the smaller shows, because we're also talking about End It, and we're also talking about Hold My Own and Missing Link and Fool's Game and all these shows that they're playing other than these. So I don't know, man, this is just amazing to see. And the flyers super dope.
I was just about to say, man, these flyers, they're killing it. That got to be a shirt. Yep. If they making that like a shirt, it got to be, a postcard, some type of poster for there or whatever. But really cool shit, man. The font, everything, the setup.
Yeah.
Oh,
and Troy Mort, I believe, was the artist. He's a tattoo artist in Pennsylvania. I'm assuming he's friends with the Wisdom guys. So again, show some love to this guy. Give him a follow, whatever. But Troy Mort tattooer, super cool flyer. Amazing lineup, and everything that you said, I agree 100% with, down to Reverb and everyone that runs it, and Mushmouth and all these guys. It's all fam, and they're all fucking great people.
Get those tickets. Listen, he's the one when we would be in contact when everything was getting shut down. His brain was already working. Like, how we're gonna get some hardcore shit going, And I know that wasn't. He's not just was thinking the hardcore shit because the hardcore shit is gonna pay the bills, because we all know how that is. Yep. He books a lot of freaking international acts and stuff, but for the love of it, we're like, we got to keep this shit popping. The same reason we dropped the shows, the same reason people made their podcasts. We have to keep the culture moving. It's what listen. We ain't gonna do it. Nobody's gonna do it, and guess what? We don't want nobody to do it for us. That's why we do it ourselves.
Do it than us, anyways.
That's right. The hard corner, where I take pride in saying we are 100 billion% independent. Do whatever the hell we want. We basically are just ping ponging all the info on the culture that we love back to you. If you want to take it in and absorb it or not, we're here for you. So
that's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right. And we got all the bases covered. We don't have just the hardcore shit, we got all the bases covered. Like, what do we got coming up next? This is another good one.
Boom. Oh, absolutely. Boom. Blast that. Listen.
Yep.
Like, metal is back. And what I'm loving is an era of thrash that is what I'm familiar with and that I love. And that I'm glad, we got a taste of it with all the a lot of these newer bands bringing that thrash style back, that old thrash, and now we got the OGs coming back in and doing it. And what we got this tour, the Bay Strikes Back tour. Classic. We got Testament, Exodus, and Death Angel. I mean, come on, man. If you're a metal guy, metal girl, a metal whatever the fuck you want to consider yourself, this is the spot to be. And look at where it goes. Again, insane.
Yeah, no, it travels. Arizona, New Mexico, Kansas, Missouri, Florida. You know,
we're in Florida. Let me see. We're in Florida. St. Pete's, right?
And
Fort Lauderdale. Okay. The Hard Corner will be in the building.
Hell yeah.
So I will be in the building because I definitely want to see Exodus and I want to see Death Angel. You know what? I want to see them all.
See everybody, I know.
But it's going to be good. And shout out to all of them because these are the bands that were in the trenches for the thrash metal scene. These were the guys that were the foundations of what you're hearing now. These are the guys, you know, these were the bands doing it when Metallica was trying to see who's doing it. These were the dudes doing it. The Exoduses, you know, it was the Bay Area that had a check when it came to that thrash shit. They set the bar on what's going to be what in that scene in the West Coast. And at the time, they wrote, you know, it was the standard all around thrash metal period. You know what I mean? And by the way, I'm that hardcore motherfucker and I'm that thrash motherfucker. So I know my shit. Ain't nobody gonna tell me. Rest in peace to my brother David, who put me on, who was the biggest metal hardcore head ever. That's why I know about all this shit. And I grew up with thrash metal, black metal, you know, you named it. If it had a metal in it. Or, you know, it came through my house at one point or another.
Love it. Yeah. You know, and again, I think about when I was talking before about Headbangers Ball, you know, and it's like I saw all these videos back then, and that was my introduction, you know, like it was amazing to have that avenue, you know, that main line, kind of like this, you know, that's probably why I love doing this thing, because of how much that having that main line of Headbangers Ball showing me the Death Angel board video and the Exodus fucking Toxic Waltz video. And the Testament Practice What You Preach video or Souls of Black and all these things. And you see the Exodus video and you see these guys moshing and stage diving with long hair. And you're like, dude, that's what I'm doing. But I've got short hair and I look like a punk hardcore kid. These guys look like metal dudes. And those worlds were no different. You know, it was just the soundtrack was a little bit faster and heavier, you know, compared to punk. And it's amazing to see now that this has all come around. And that, you know, these thrash guys are mixing with hardcore guys. And obviously the influence from these Testament songs are in these thrash songs are very apparent in modern hardcore. So, yeah, dude, it's awesome, you know, and this thing's getting around the whole entire US. You see 2 of these dates in, looks like Canada maybe are sold out. So even to think that these guys are going up to Canada and fucking selling out, it's amazing, dude. It really is. And like you said, these are the OGs of the Bay Area. Ruthie's in, you know,
these are the guys when I'm talking about that grit, you know, just to put things in perspective, like I'm a real fanatic and I dissect, you know, this heavy music shit. This is when metal was in the same world as what hardcore was, when the everyday person was the person in the crowd, was the guy on stage. And then metal went from that to somehow dressing like people from outer space. Right now, I'm going to tell you where it all came back. It comes back with Lamb of God. Lamb of God came back on some real heavy, kind of more new style, heavy music, but they weren't dressed in no costumes. I remember seeing footages of them having a backyard party. And I remember they're in flip flops. They were like regular, showing themselves, where metal at the time would not be seen without their costumes. You know, and Lamb of God came on some regular shit, but the music was on some shit. I saw it that, again, not sonically, but that vibe and attitude. And then when you break down the DNA of Lamb of God, you see where hardcore and punk is the same way with these guys. They came up the same thing. Hardcore, punk, metal, classic rock. That's the DNA to a lot of our era of hardcore punk and just underground hybrid musics, you know what I mean? So
I'm with you on that for sure.
But we love that, and I'm definitely, I want to see that, and I'm glad to see that. This is a classic tours, man. You know, all you people that were rocking these t-shirts, acting like you saw them back in the day, but yet you're like 18 years old. Now you can really see them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, this is going to be winding up soon. This is obviously the tail end, October. Where are they today? The 4th. They're in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And then, they head up into Canada and then come down through California into Nevada and then ends in San Jose in about 11 days. So you got, a little over 10 days to check out the rest of this tour. And I would imagine there's more to come from this stuff. Testament, obviously, they're going to be writing a new record with Dave Lombardo from Slayer. He's now back in the band.
Oh, good. So he's back with all good. I'll see Cuba, man. Oh, it's gonna be on. Shout out to Lombardo.
And if anybody has ever heard that Testament record with Lombardo, if you haven't, it's called The Gathering, and it's fucking out of control, man. So definitely check that out. Exodus, Gary Holt, what up? Shout out to Gary Holt.
Hell yeah,
awesome dude. And Death Angel can't,
hell yeah. Shout out to Flip Squad. I remember, shout out to them. Those were the Filipino dudes, right?
Who's that?
Oh, that was Dark. That was Death Angel and Dark Angel.
Death Angel is the Filipino. Yeah,
those are my boys. They had they had a hard track. I remember the riff. I'm gonna talk to Homeboy about it.
All right, I remember their big song was that song "Bored." It was "I'm bored,"
they had another. Okay. Oh, but they had this other one. Like the riff.
All right. They got riffs. And you want to know what they put out a new record recently in the past
Flavor, good dudes, great band and grinding. We crossed paths in Europe. I like to get them on the podcast and all that stuff. So shout out to them, man. Definitely. Shout out to everybody. The whole era.
Yep.
For just being there for my enjoyment.
Yep. Yeah.
And we got something a little bit on a different tip or something.
I know. I'm getting a little hungry, so we gotta.
What do we got over here? What do we got here? I wish we could have got him on, and we will get him on.
We will. He's coming. Don't worry. And I'm coming for you too, Aaron. We got Tommy B Slice Shop. We got to shout it out because, I love pizza.
Yes.
I know a lot of other people love pizza. And Aaron Knuckles from Death Threat, Pillars of Ivory recently with guys from Mind Force. He moved, you might know him from Connecticut. He moved up upstate New York, right on the Massachusetts, New York border, just a little bit south of Albany, and opened this awesome pizza shop called Tommy B Slice Shop. Aaron's a fucking world-class pizza maker. So this isn't just some whack-ass fucking corner store pizza. This is legit fucking pizza.
Look, if you might have caught him on, there was a couple specials online or whatever where he was running one of the first fully automated pizza delivery spots out on the West Coast, all this shit. Long story short, he's not a guy who just happened to be in a hardcore band and started making pizza. He really is about this shit. This guy is a world class. He knows all this shit. That's my boy, by the way. And he don't even know I follow his whole pizza shit. So shout out to my brother Aaron. Actually, he's one of my first friends from Connecticut. Is Aaron. I always tell the story. We met in the bathroom of the tune-in. We were probably, the average age of the kid in the show was probably 16, and we were like the oldest dudes there. And I remember saying, who blazes? I need a blaze. And we were in the bathroom, and he goes, "Yo, you want a blaze?" It was funny. It was like we were in high school, but yet we were like grown men still. But
love that dude, man.
I'm glad for him killing it with the music, with the Pillars and stuff, but killing it with the pizza spot, because this ain't no joke pizza. This is some serious lifestyle pizza shit. He lives this shit, and I'm fucking amped to finally see him somewhere so I can eat this thing.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna make the drive up one of these days. I have to, because
you got to do the report. Exactly. You give us you're gonna have to give the hardcore.
We'll get him on here. We'll do a live report, whatever we got to do. But we gotta shout out Aaron. We gotta support this.
Absolutely.
And you can see on the bottom there some info running across. He's only open on Tuesday through Saturday between 11:30 and 8.
Get your pre-orders. Yeah. You could pre-order these things. If you get them in, listen, you're better off pre-ordering. Get the pre-orders in 518-325-0321. Listen, this is how you really support. I'm doing you a favor, not because I'm doing Aaron a favor. He's doing you a favor by giving you some banging pizza. Totally. You're going to get put on. And after you get put on, you're going to subscribe to the channel, because I know you didn't. You're gonna subscribe because you're gonna say, "Wow, these guys put me on to some real good pizza." And next time they're in town, I'm gonna bring them some Tommy B's.
That's how it goes down.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Over here. Shout out to Aaron and shout out fucking Tommy B's Slice Shop, Caryville, New York. So be about it, everybody. Shout out to pizza and shout out to Luke Rhoda. Every time I think of pizza, I think of Luke Rhoda.
Yeah. Hell
and,
yeah.
And everybody, and I want to shout out everybody who has been tuning in. And if you want to support the show, we got merch. Listen, CasaDeRock.com. We print this in-house. Everything is done by your boys. We mail it out ourselves. We reorder, restock ourselves. No robots touching nothing, just gorilla fingers. But if you want to support the show or if you just want to look good, we got snapbacks and t-shirts. Everything goes back into the show. We want to keep it fresh and sexy. So we want to keep you fresh and sexy. You understand? But on the real, CasaDeRock.com. Go to the link. You could go to our webpage, subscribe. There's many ways to support. It ain't just about spending the money. You could repost, like, comment, all that stuff counts. Hit that link right there. Snap a picture of that link right there. When you snap the picture, magic happens. You highlight it, boom, it takes you to freaking Casa de Rock land.
There you go.
And in that land, you might see your boy in a fig leaf. And then under the fig leaf, there's a link. You're going to hit that link. And that link is going to take you to the Spoken Word TV channel. But all right. Oh, that's on the late night episode. The news at night, late news.
That's the 11 p.m. showing.
Yeah, the 11 p.m. But I got some really cool shit. And I'm like, again, when I say the news, well, the news brings you the news, and we getting this shit as it comes. I just got this right before we started airing. My boy Steve Messina, the hardcore fucking Shutterbug. Shout out to him. He sent me this video, and it's actually it falls into place. When I did Riot Fest not too long ago, I got to see for the first time Go-Go Bordello, and I was blown away. And then boom, what happens? My boy ends up sending me this video clip. I guess that was a show in the park or something, and we got a little treat, a little acoustic. What do you call it? A little acoustic tribute that he sent us. So really cool shit. Check this shit out. Hit him with that shit, Gator Food.
I came from Ukraine. I was listening to a lot of punk rock, and I was kind of trying to cue in. Okay, what's the real difference between punk rock and hardcore? And when I heard first Madball release, I knew it. The difference was pretty much very exact and sharp. Here is one for Madball from the We Should Care, from the Ball of Destruction. What is world going through another side down? People are living down, and they're saying, why else do I die? What this world is coming through? What's the shadow not to do? You're living down, and the shadow letting go. People are outside of crime, never paid for the crime. Till this gonna die. People never pay for the crime.
He even hit the mosh part.
Yes. And I'm bobbing my head.
Yeah. You think we understand? But don't you think we're different in our own way? Don't you think you got this fucked up attitude like you don't care? Our unity is what we need to share.
Yeah.
Tick, tick, tick. Tick, 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 tick.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well
Shout out
done.
to Go-Go fucking Eugene and Go-Go Bordello. Listen, I know about the band for a long time, but I didn't get to see the whole and experience it. I was blown away. I'm actually going to have him on the Spoken Word podcast, so look out for him on that. And also look out for more of that on this, because it's an experience. It's I never thought I would say it, but I'm into that pirate punk, whatever you want to call it. Like I don't know. I feel that shit. I feel like if you're going to play open air festival, Go-Go Bordello better be on it. I'm not going. I'm not paying.
it's fun, you know, and it's
Yeah.
like hardcore serious music. But if you can have fun with it and have a guy like this come out and flip it and make it fun, it's even
play
better.
that, you got to see the band play. They fucking
Yeah.
get down, the whole band. Like, I tell you, the guys playing the violin, I felt like crying. When the drummer was playing, I felt like shaking my ass. I was like, I went through emotional roller coaster. It was like, it was like a dashboard confessional record.
Yeah, good. That's awesome. That's amazing. I love it.
I went through an emotional roller coaster.
From this guy, it's amazing. Yeah, you know, you wouldn't expect to hear that from you, you know, and that's what makes it amazing. Music is, you know, it fucking hits your soul, and that's why we're here. That's why we've been here.
Listen, exactly. Shout out to them. Crazy, insane, but funny. Shout out to them. But yeah, and then speaking of fucking the hardcore Shutterbug, they just had we have again, we reported that on the last couple episodes, but they just had a really cool photo exhibit, and it's actually going to be ending this week. So whoever's seen this, and if you haven't got to see it, it's right here. Let's put the flyer up. Boom. Saturday, October 8th, 2 to 5 p.m. We're at the Museum of the Reclaimed Urban Space. Tim Daly, Rich Zola, Steve J. Messina. Listen, by the way, there's a handsome dude right there on that poster. I just got to say, there's something about it I like extra, but it's in the C Squad basement, 155 Avenue C, NYC. Listen, if you're going to see pictures on classic, you know, punk, hardcore, the whole, you know, DNA, what better place to see it than C Squad? There's a lot of history there. And for all you people that never lived in a squad or ever was in a squad, this is a safe way to get in one and say you've been in one. And go back to your mansion.
Exactly.
And brag
you can put it on paper. You've been.
Yeah, exactly. No, but it's cool. It's really cool. It's like to be able to go to the Mecca, you know, and holy grounds. Everything about that area is a holy ground for, you know, just the arts in New York City. If it's, you know, how many artists, playwrights, graffiti writers, musicians come out of those streets, those same streets. You know, it's insane. It's insane. So
it's huge. Yes, super influential. Yeah.
But
definitely.
Yeah.
What would you do if I showed up one day playing a show with that Tough Cuff on?
That'd be, I don't know. I probably have two feelings about it. One of them, I'll be like, yo, that's kind of dope. The other one, I have to talk to you about it off air.
Okay.
We're gonna have to talk.
Well, I like that you would sort of think it was dope.
Yeah, I'd be like, yo, it's kind of dope. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, Julie Busky, we're gonna have a family.
Have an intervention.
Intervention. Yeah, exactly. Get Stigma, a priest, a rabbi, and a freaking and an a guy who prays to 8-armed dudes.
Yeah.
Blood clot, get me one of those guys.
Yeah.
But anyway,
whichever color. Doesn't matter what color it is.
Blue. Well, shout out if you. I don't care who your God. If your God is a fat dude or got abs or 10 arms, everybody is welcome to the fucking Smoking Word TV channel and the Hard Corner show. But
that's right.
But definitely go support them. Great photos. These guys are in the trenches, and when I say in the trenches, they really in the trenches taking boots to the face. But boom. But yeah, there you go. And but yeah, we got some another really cool thing that came up. An OG. I just got the 411. He actually hit me up the other day. I was planning to have him on the podcast, but this came up. He dropped some new info on me, and I said, let's save it for the show. I didn't even want to talk to him texting too much. I said, let's save it for the show. But everybody, an OG, East Coast OG, I'll say, even though he's from Boston, right now I'll claim him for New York because he was with Warzone and sick of it all for a minute. But my boy, an OG, EK, on drums. Let's get him in the motherfucking building. Where is he?
What's up? What's up?
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Yeah, the second best hairline in hardcore.
Yes. Love. Sending love from La La Land.
Yeah, exactly. What's up? How you doing, brother?
I'm good.
What's up, EK?
Hey, how are you?
Good shit. No, like I was saying, everybody, he used to have the title for best hairline and hair in hardcore, but then out of the depths of Corona, Queens, there was this Latin kid with thick locks, just very thick, and he was like, wait a minute, this guy got Cape Verdean and some other, but this guy got South America, close, but not really.
Shit. You nailed the Cape Verdean. I'm just
Listen, come on, dude. Come on. You think I know? Listen, I can see that you're a drummer. Yeah. You need a little color. You need to have flavor. That's what the Cape Verdean. What are you up to?
Man, that's for damn sure. You know what I mean?
But what even? Well, first of all, I was planning to have EK. I'm gonna have you on a long form on the podcast. Everybody, stay tuned for that. But you hit me with some shit that's going on right now, and that's what this show's about. Is the right now. Like this is what I love, especially with the OGs, OGs that are still doing shit, because we all know about what we all did 100 years ago. We could go and Google the shit. We want to know what's going on right now.
Currently.
And you gave me the right now.
Yeah,
so
man.
you gave me some 401 that you're back behind the drums, and with who? Could you let people know?
Behind the drums, man, with this dope ass LA hardcore band called Cutthroat LA, man. It's this shit's like metal, but like hardcore. It has dashes of everything in it. I hear Hatebreed, I hear
that fam right there. I know the fam. They're great, man.
Good guys, man. It came about. I was talking to Billy Bio just like randomly, and he's like, "Yo, these dudes might need a drummer," and and he put it together. I don't know, 6-7 weeks ago, and we've been jamming. It's coming tight. We're about to play out soon. It's really good. 2 guitars, great fucking vocals, really good guys too. It's just good to be behind the fucking kid again.
Yeah,
up there, break some shit.
What was the last band? I was gonna say, what was the last band you played in prior to this?
It was The World Is My Fuse with my boy with Nathan Elgin. That's doing.
I remember that. I forgot. That was how long ago?
Wow.
That was like 20 years. That was like my last working band. I know.
That's 20. Fuck.
And that was back in Boston.
Yeah. After that, I was like, we did a tour, and it was like blah blah blah. And I was like, I don't know. I was just kind of like really tired of playing randomly enough. So I made a decision to go back to school. Did that EMT shit for like 15 years. And
I remember you were the EMT.
Yeah,
doing that for a long time.
Done with that. Retired with that. I got fucked my back up a little bit, so I wasn't trying to like have not play drums for the rest of my life. And
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I moved out here 3 years ago to LA, and it's probably one of the best life decisions I've ever made, man. Like like the quality of life out here, it's like a whole different stilo. Like it's
it's a different pulse, and it's it's good. There's like-minded people there that trying to like music.
A lot of East Coast people out here, our mutual friends and shit. It's like, wow, reconnecting with dudes. I haven't seen Toby since the fucking Sepultura tour, like 91. I was like, what up?
Since 91.
It blows my fucking mind.
And what's great, Toby's still in the mix. You're in the mix, and we were just reporting some Sepultura shows. Still in the mix. Which is great. Let me ask you this: were you playing drums in between before the Cutthroat thing?
I was doing stuff that like just projects here and there. I did something in Held Hostage in like 2015 for a minute, just like to fill in or whatever, just to get my chops going. Before that, I did my boy Dominic. He's actually playing with Harley now, believe it or not. Cormac. I had a band called Tenebrae with that singer dude from Unseen. That dude Mark.
Yeah. And what was it like?
Mike Silverman. It's Tenebrae. It was like chunky ass mid tempo, like Boston hardcore, New York hardcore hybrid. He screams a lot, but Craig could play. And the dude Dominic, it was 2 guitars. We played with Rancid in like 2012, and I was like, so I played. But yeah, little things here and there, but nothing like now. Like I'm trying to. These dudes, they work. They go on the road.
Yeah.
They record. You know what I mean? And
they're
not big yet, but I can see us going out for a few weeks with some other band. And
they're working, and they'll be touring. So you're planning to hit the road with them. You want to hit the road and play.
Oh, I'm trying to work. I missed it so much, Roy. I can't even explain how much I missed. Like coming to see, like I saw you guys played here recently, and seeing all my boys that kept doing it. When I stopped, it gets me emo, bro. I'm like, dusty up in this motherfucker.
Yeah. It's the glass. Oh, by the way, the Toby glasses.
Yeah, I know. He threw them shits on me the other day. That's the camouflage. I was like,
yeah. But no. I know it's crazy. Yeah, it's good when the people that fall out of it, that there's a stream, you could always jump back in and get back with the people still writing it. Yeah.
Family, like the New York hardcore family is nothing like it in the fucking world. And the fact that it's worldwide now, it makes me so happy and proud. I almost can't believe I was a part of that. Like I moved to the Lower East Side in 1987 to $30 in an audition.
Yeah, I know.
So maybe he says, I come back Wednesday. I went back Wednesday, knocked it out. I was like,
exactly. And that was with Warzone. Let's see what we got. We got some Warzone photos here. We could see. We got here.
Shit,
what do we got here?
Some handsome girl shit. Yeah.
Well, let me just tell you this, because I'm a fucking one. Everybody knows I'm a fucking hardcore guy, and I was a Warzone dude.
Word.
This is a photo that didn't get around a lot.
No, it was a random like side piece press kit photo. If you notice that dude in the front, Ray Lugo, he wasn't even in the band.
That's what I was saying. What's that about?
Everybody asked that. Nick Durr was asking me. He's like, "What's up with that? That's kind of weak." I'm like, "I don't know." It was like he was kind of like he was Ray's boy. and kind of like our systems coordinator, whatever that would be, or whatever.
And we had dudes like that. We would bring Royce and certain dudes,
Yes.
and we'd be doing a magazine and shit, and we're like, get in the picture, fuck it, like grabbing dudes, like.
Exactly, but Ray put it on a press kit photo. I was like, that's kind of weird. He's like, yeah, whatever be. I was like,
on the real, I never seen this fucking photo.
Oh yeah,
I never seen it.
What era? What was this a promo photo for? Which record?
Open Your Eyes.
Oh, okay,
yeah, the jail lineup one, which was fucking ended up being a genius idea. That was just with this girl in this loft in Soho, and they had a pool table up there, and we used to just go up there and get our chill on teenager steez. And he was like, yo, let's take these pictures up there. They put black electrical tape, and it ended up being like a really
it looked like a real set.
Yeah, didn't it?
I thought, not till you just said that. I thought, it was a real set, like real, it was.
And I was happy value my fucking Canal Street Chinese shoes and some no shirt, and they're like Fred Perry. I'm like,
yeah.
I was gonna say that record cover was always like one of these guys is not like the other. You've got the shorts on, they've all got their skinhead shirts on with the boots and braces, and you got those, those shoes on with your champions.
Shirtless. That is so accurate. We're all so fucking different, man. But it worked.
And the white hoodies, that's
those hoodies, man. You know what's weird? When they did Rev just re-released all this stuff, and when they did Open Your Eyes merch, they didn't make any hoodies for it. And so Jordan Cooper sent me a hoodie separate with on the back it had the whole John Oman did with the open building, and it's really cool shit. And
the OG shit.
I was like, that's pretty cool. He did that for me, just one for me and shit. I'm like, damn, I feel special.
You know what I always remember? Warzone Pizza. That's what I always remember. Warzone Pizza. That's I was like, that was the spot. I was like, yo, they all work. Oh shit, these niggas work there. Yo, that's crazy.
Yo, that's fucking. You remember Kevin? That he has a pizza shop in Puerto Rico now.
Yeah.
He moved there when I moved there. He used to play drums in Moonstomp, and then he had really good guys, amazing guy.
But that's what I mean. It was cool because you go there and then, this guy's working at San Locos. This guy's working here.
Word.
Everybody was like, Freddie, Paul Bearer. Those were
and what was that? Then the store that everyone worked at. Prana.
Yeah, of course.
Prana was like the New York hardcore.
And then you had Toby working in Soho. Toby be at the Doc Mart or wherever there.
He worked at Nana.
And Nana's,
Yeah, worked at Fat Farm.
Exactly. We were all over, and that was dope. You walk around, see this dude in that store, this dude in that spot. It was like, and everybody working.
When you talk about the East Village, a minute ago, you talking about the East Village being the Holy Land, all the stuff that transpired there, all the stuff that came out of there, Bad Brains included, it's just so fucking amazing. It's just
you know what I just amazed myself was I just talked about all these people that we were all had jobs, that guys were working, actually working.
Working.
Toby with a job? Who else? Paul Bearer, a job? What? Whoa.
Yo, that dude,
we really are working class, huh?
He's like, come get this job. And I was like, word, so I started making pizzas there, the one at Avenue A.
Yeah.
They were like, yo, I was fucking kind of really bad at it. And they were like, they felt bad. Like, you're a really good guy. So do you want to work it still and deliver pizzas? I was like, yeah, I'll do that.
I'll do that.
Hey, half a loaf's better than no loaf.
So this puts you on the map down here. You were doing the whole, now you come down and you made your bones with Warzone. Now you get in with more New York people, whatever.
Yeah.
And then boom.
There was that era after post sick of it all. I think 92, 93 when I left, and I obviously had a huge drug problem. So I took care of that first, and then I started doing all this really cool stuff in between there, the 90s up until 2001, some major label shit, random.
So all right, before that, so we go from the Warzone thing. How long from that into sick of it all?
I think Warzone was let me see, 87, 88, 89. And then I did that horrendously bad fucking metal record with the bullet holes. Oops, sorry guys. And then after that, it was at Karen Black. I did in between Karen Black.
No, I remember when you were doing the Karen Black.
My chops up there, really fucking good people.
But when was the sick of it all? How far?
92, 93, I think. It was 3 years. It wasn't a long life. It was like 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah, because I remember, and then you got to, what was recorded? We got any of that from Gator? What we got?
We Stand Alone. The EP we did at
That's what it was, the EP.
Yeah. That was great.
And how was that recording with them? What we got here? Boom, look at that.
Oh, shit. Eddie Cohen. That's crazy. Where did you dig that shit up at?
Come on, man.
The archives, bro. We got the archives over here.
Listen.
Yeah, I think that's an AF tour, maybe in Canada or upstate New York, like Lost Horizon or something like that. That picture reminds me of that area, kind of.
Yeah, look at you. Look at the hairline. I gotta say.
Yeah,
Pete got a hair, good one. Oh, I was talking about Pete. I was talking about you. Okay, I was talking about Pete.
Yeah.
So you Florida, Hoya? Did you live there? Does Pete live in Florida too?
Yeah, he's more up north though. I'm like in the south. Yeah, I haven't got to see him, but I love it down here. You know, it's like, away from everybody, but still close enough from.
How long? How long you been there?
8 years.
Oh shit, that's what's up. You must be real motivated now.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Something about a fucking palm tree that gets you open, right?
We're city kids. We see that we made it.
Yeah,
we made it. Same thing as just like I feel like the scenery. I lived in front of the Long Island Expressway, so I'm basically, for everybody out there, in front of a train. I lived in front of a train for fucking.
My first apartment, Hoya, my room was this far away from the BQE.
Yeah, exactly.
Brand, and I was like, "This is some Welcome Back Carter shit."
Exactly. If you looked out my window, you would see the Long Island Express. So I had it subconsciously while I'm watching TV. I would higher and lower the volume of the TV as the train went by. It would be an instinct because I lived there my whole life.
Yeah. Exactly.
So just to be able to get out of there, palm trees. I got coconuts in my yards. I'm like, I made it. I'm broke, but I made it.
Changes your whole shit. My day-to-day shit flipped up too. I only been here 3 years. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Got a good one.
But you know what's good? Like, obviously, we just tapping in lightly. When we do the podcast, we're going deep.
Oh, okay.
But there was stuff that was cool. That, again, you did stuff afterwards, and there was some folk lore, folk tale stuff like that I remember hearing, and I brought it up to you.
Okay.
And I just want to say, we do our research. So, we heard about, people will bring up, EK, I heard he played on a New Kids on the Block record. Mm-hmm. And there was that. So first of all, was there any truth to that? I know what's what, but let people know what was what with that whole connection with
kind of
New
a
Kids
weird
on the Block.
New York hardcore and like New Kids on the Block. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's strangely enough, Jordan Knight, my first band ever, 1983, called Miracle Boy, who was fucking huge in France. But we would actually play shows, right? And he could actually play guitar and sing. That motherfucker could play or whatever. So that was that. I just went off and started doing punk, and they went off and started doing that. But I was back visiting Boston after Warzone, after the Open Your Eyes record. I just visiting. I was walking down Mass Ave near Berklee College of Music, and I actually ran into all them dudes, like randomly enough. Like Danny was in 4th grade. We all kind of grew up together, but different neighborhoods, like Dorchester, JP, whatever.
I found the picture.
Yep.
You were in the band.
Come
on. You were in the band.
We got the archives. We told you. We got the archives.
No, I had to get it
wrong.
No, I had to tell my boy. No, but you know what? On the real, check this out. All right, Gator. No, I had to fuck with you. It's funny. You know why I actually brought up that story? Yeah, why I brought up that story also. One of my homegirls, this girl Tara, she's a big New Kids fan and a hardcore fan. So I was like, thought I was putting her on. I was like, yeah, my man EK, she knows you from playing, whatever. And I was like, he played with New Kids, and she loves the band. Wow. And she was like, really? What? I go,
New York girl.
What happened?
Is she a Boston girl or a New York girl?
No, she was a Long Island girl, New York girl. But but she know, and she loves New Kids. And she was like, I go, EK did something. She was like, she knows everything. She's like, get out of here. I go, that's when I re-asked you recently. You remember? Yeah. I said, let me ask and find out again. Because she's like a fanatic.
But up being the short version of the short version is he said, do you still playing drums or whatever? And he said, you were good back then. I'm like, I was 13 or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'm actually playing with this punk rock band that I just did a record on Caroline in New York when I'm just visiting here. Whatever. He's like, yo, we're going to be doing some tour shit and we're going to be trying out drummers, this guy at Berklee. So he gave me his number. Jordan's number, and I slept on it. I was like, yeah. I'll be honest, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
But then I ended up calling him 3 photos later, and I went down there, and I didn't end up doing the tour for whatever reason. My meter was I wasn't good with the metronome.
Yeah.
But I ended up playing on This One's for the Children, which was a single that was released. I don't know.
Wow.
Oh, right. Not like 6 months later, we did that Synchro Sound, which is like where Rick Ocasek did the Bad Brains, Rocks for Light and shit.
Yeah, wow. That whole cool shit. I said cool shit.
Yeah, and it was like a one-off. It was like crazy. And then it was like, I kind of wanted to. I had another chance to tour and actually be part of the whole backup band like that. And I was like, I'm trying to be fucking hard rock. I ain't trying to be the boy. Yeah. I that decision now, but
I know.
It was a good time. I was a fucking little kid, and we would do. It was like so outside of the scope of New York hardcore. It was just like, wow. This is
but it's great because it adds to all those folk tales and the stories that come along with it. But the main shit now, the more thing is, right now with the whole Cutthroat. So what right now before we get out of here? What's the deal? Like, you're setting up? Are you gonna record? Are you gonna play? What's the next move? You're jamming. Yeah,
like, we were talking about that because I just started playing with them probably, I don't know, like 6 weeks ago. It just sounded kind of good off the rip, and it's obviously sounding better and better and better. I'm doing it. I haven't used a double kick pedal since Sick of It All, so there's that. So it's like, getting that.
Yeah.
But got my chops back, not rusty at all. We're like I got them doing segues. And the singer was talking about doing a 5-song EP before the full length they're gonna drop with what's the label that Wisdoms and Changes on, Devils something?
Never Ran, Never Will. Is it?
Is it?
Maybe.
Devils Run Amok.
Devils Run Amok. That's it.
In Europe. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're gonna release the this full length that they finished without me with the Bobby Badu playing.
Gotcha.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And then we're gonna do an EP and then just get on the road. We're gonna probably do a warm up LA joint, like some, I don't know, birthday party, some shit, and just get out there and just. I think performance-wise, it's gonna be ill. These motherfuckers are jumping around in practice like, I'm like, yeah.
No, they've been at it for a minute, so it'll be good to get you. They'll get you seasoned and primed up, and it'll be fucking good to see you out there again for sure.
Just watch your hips. Just watch your hips. You're old. We might bust a hip. But EK, before we get out of here, anything you want to let the people know where you at, your handles, where they can see you, or what to expect from the EK man?
Well, just look out for the Cutthroat LA shit, obviously. I also got another thing going with Scott Weingart, bass player from Texas Is a Reason. It's like more like an emo rock thing.
Awesome.
It's kind of dope.
Oh, shit. Let me know. Keep me posted on that for that, too.
No, we don't have a name yet or anything. But look out for the Cutthroat LA. I'm EK War of It All on IG. And I always answer my DMs. And I'm like just a down-to-earth motherfucker that loves New York hardcore.
Hell yeah. EK, listen, I'm glad you were able to jump on. I'm glad you let me know this because I wanted to get it because this is the shit. And like I said, we're going to get you on the long form on the Smoking Word podcast, but I wanted to let people know about the now. You hit me with that. I said, what are you doing? Shout out to Cutthroat. Shout out to you, EK. You know what's up. Mad love to you. Shout out to the West Coast. Busky, you want to anything before we out of here?
No, good to see you. We met I'll talk to you off air about this, but we met a very long time ago in the 90s in Boston. So it'll be cool to catch up with you again and shoot the shit and see you out there. So good luck to you and shout out to Cutthroat.
Yeah, I'll let you know when it drops and all the info he can. I'll be in touch with you this week for the podcast. We might do that shit this week.
So,
love you. Yo, peace out. Yo, everybody. That's the OG. Make sure you go right now. Go check out the Cutthroat. Check out the Instagram, the EK gram, all that good shit. You could see them on the classic Warzone tracks, on classic Sick of It All EPs. He's also just a classic, a character. We sit around talking snaps on each other. Just, we all about having a good time, and it's good to see him back and on an up.
Absolutely. He was if anyone's ever seen that In Effect live in New York City video from 1991, was Sick of It All. He played drums on that, so you can always pull that up. It's one of the best fucking hardcore videos ever made. The AF sets, the GB sets, and the Sick of It All sets. So
absolutely
good to see him, man, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, everybody, I'm glad. Shout out to everybody who's been tuning in. You know the deal. Like clockwork, we do this every week, and that's the plan. Make sure you comment, you subscribe, you repost. We need you to get involved. Hit that link right there. Support the movement. Cop that merch and all that other good stuff. Busky, you could hit them up with new music. You could hit up the Smoking Word page and all that good stuff. Anything I left out, Busky, feel free.
No, that's it. I mean, you got it. Send us your shit. We'll definitely we'll pump it, for sure.
Yeah, definitely hit us up with your new music. Keep tuning in. The spot where the news brings you the news. We out of here.
Word up. Peace.
Peace.